everybody, welcome to No Story is Sacred. If you've never listened before, basically we're four siblings who grew up talking about the art of storytelling. Now that we're adults, we're still talking about it, and we're inviting you to join the conversation. I'm Pippin, and you mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
You fucker, I knew you'd do that.
Yeah.
I leaned in.
It's on brand for Pippin, if you know her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm Alex, and Paradox.
Nice.
I'm Kat, and I just like little chess figures.
And I'm Brendan, and you're waiting for a train.
Ooh.
That's what I thought. That's what I was tempted to go with, but then
We knew, Pippin.
I didn't want to disappoint.
For me, it was either that line or the, attempt to sing, was it Non Je ne regrette?
Oh, the French song?
Yeah. Which, for a little while, was my cell phone's wake-up alarm because I'm a nerd like that.
Goddamn.
Wow.
Even I didn't do that.
Hey, look.
For a while, my...
I appreciate references when I wake up first thing in the morning. Come on. Especially ones that are on point.
Is your text message still brave?
Sir Robin's, minstrel, message for you, sir.
No, it's Lancelot's,
Oh, Lancelot's, yeah. It
Right.
is, but like all millennials nowadays, it's all just set to vibrate because that shit is annoying in public.
Hell yeah.
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 So today we're talking about the 2020, no. Oh, wow. Today we're talking about the 2010 movie, time has passed, movie Inception. So spoilers abound. If you want specific content warnings about things we may talk about, check out the show notes on nostorysacred.com. Though odds are good that we will discuss suicide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and just gaslighting thing, should probably throw that in.
That's a good point.
Was it guess?
I mean,
That's legit. It's legit.
I mean, it's the central plot of the movie, kinda.
It is. Well, to be fair, so is the movie Gaslight.
I never thought of it as gaslighting because he actually did the thing, and gaslighting, as we know it, is just making you... No, he very literally, wow.
Yeah.
Question
wow.
reality.
Holy shit, Alex.
We blew this case wide open.
Wide open.
What?
Here's your badge back, Alex.
Excellent Foley work, Brendan.
I'm no longer on the force.
I found things I could do things my own way.
Maverick.
So,
The police have just a bad image right now, and I want to step
Yeah,
back.
don't be. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Be a detective.
I opened a
Detectives
bakery.
are cool.
Yeah, Pia.
I opened a bakery.
What if, I know we're supposed to talk about Inception here, but what if, as a follow-up to B99, all of a sudden they just open a bakery? I'd watch it.
that.
Yeah.
In a fucking heartbeat.
Because,
99th Bakery?
99 Street Bakery.
So anyway, for those of you who've never watched Inception,
We're doing real well staying on topic tonight, folks.
y'all should have heard our pre-recording conversation. The summary, according to Google, is... Guess when I get mad at the summary. Dom Cobb is a thief with the rare ability to enter people's dreams and steal their secrets from their subconscious. His skill has made him a hot commodity in the world of... Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Just the way I read hot commodity, I was like, that wasn't appropriate. His skill has made him a hot commodity in the world of corporate espionage, but has also cost him everything he loves. Cobb gets a chance at redemption when he is offered a seemingly impossible task. Plant an idea in someone's mind. If he succeeds, it will be the perfect crime, but a dangerous enemy anticipates Cobb's every move.
Well, wait. Is it himself?
Dun, dun, dun. I mean,
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
yeah.
The dangerous enemy, my own brain. Wait, that is me. That is my.
Yeah,
wait.
that's a point for you. Jeez.
Yeah, fuck.
I'd have anybody here.
That's a very good point. No, but here's the thing. My brain isn't being all like, I will get you. I will find you. No, it's more like in the corner, just being like Pinkie Pie, being like, I like chocolate milk. Like all the time. And that's how I'm always on my bullshit. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
But that's not the case in this movie.
I'll
They're
start
not on
off.
bullshit.
Like, though Nolan himself can be kind of, Nolan, yeah. You know, this movie really shows just the fact that, you know, the guy's got chops.
Mm-hmm.
This was his I know what I'm doing movie.
Yeah, no, totally. And yeah, it still holds up today, which is surprising.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I really like Inception. There are things I would fix.
Oh, of
hence
course.
the, point of the podcast.
Oh,
What?
What?
Wait, what? Fucking
Kat, I'm
what?
sorry I had to tell you like this.
How dare you?
But like, I think,
Detective DS.
Yes.
but I think as we go through the story here, I think one of the things that just really occurs to me as I watch this movie, even like when I first watched it, like this movie in and of itself is a movie about storytelling.
Yeah, it's a movie about movies.
Yeah.
It is. No, it absolutely is. It's a story about, we'll get into this more. There's very definitely, I was thinking about story construction and the different ways to construct stuff and the different ways to let an audience know about the universe you're creating. And this movie inceptionizes that concept.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like there's layers, shit.
And here's the thing. The entire point about a movie is to have you start thinking an idea, or at least movies that want to have a message to them, rather. Even, actually, I think any movie, because if the message is no message, it's like, yeah, that movie was cool. That's the message. The movie itself is trying to incept you.
And somewhere in the middle of, actually more towards the start of the movie, Dom says something about how, dreams feel real when you're in them. It's not until after that you start to, after you're out of it, that you start to question everything. And that's the thing about movies, is that they feel real when you're watching them. And it's not until afterwards where you go like, wait a second, how did they get to that location so fast?
Yep.
Wait a second. Let's talk about how the drug apparently is really, really deep and special, except with inner ear stuff.
Huh. Well,
Yeah. It's made specifically for that.
yeah, magic drugs.
Yeah.
Magic drugs. But
Or
then
maybe he's still dreaming.
Like,
I don't think he is.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah,
but how do we explain this pothole?
it's a dream.
Tell me, Ariane, how did we get here? And like that little acknowledgement.
It's true. Well, because in the film, what we see at that moment is we see a typical cut, which we are used to. We are all versed in the language of film. What it means is that a period of time has passed. Nothing particularly important happened into it, and now we're at the next part of the story. But we all know that they must have walked from A to B and sat down and maybe ordered something.
Or did they? And, well, the movie really just shows us through exposition, but also just acknowledges the fact that in the movie, dreams run faster than reality. And that's the case with movies as well.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's something that we've talked about even within this podcast.
What?
The idea that, stories, like if there's a relationship, it's gonna be like go from 0 to true love in like 24 hours? 2 weeks if you're feeling real like
Or
on it
3
in terms of
days.
storytelling.
Or 3 days for Hamlet.
Fuck
or
off.
for
I'm
Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Macbeth
Fuck
happened in
off.
3 days. We all know that. That's
Hate you all.
established.
So not to fuck every single one of you.
And
So
what's it
not
also
to
the whoring of hell, Pip?
fuck off. So not to skip to the very end, but just so you know, my theory of whether Dom is still dreaming at the end is the answer is no, because he's a fictional goddamn character and it's my dream.
Oh. Well, that means the answer is yes, he's still trapped in the dream.
He is, because he is forever repeating this story in all of us.
He always has been.
Although if you want to take it as the story ending, then you can also pay attention to his wedding ring throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He wears the
wedding ring.
in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
he wears it in the dreams, but he doesn't wear it
In reality. The wedding ring is his totem.
Yeah, because
The top. Yeah.
is Mouse.
Yeah.
But no, like, of course, it's a dream. And like, look at the people in Cobb's life. We really meet story archetypes.
It's true.
I mean, Yeah.
Wait, do we want to very, very briefly tell the story? Because I think that it's important to, because there's another kind of trope. There's another kind of genre that is being laid over this lovely, deep concept shit, which is goes right back to the importance of tropes and genre.
It's a heist.
It's a goddamn heist!
All right. So, not to alarm the audience, but we prepared ahead of time what happens.
What?
We actually did some prep notes here.
So please imagine that there are quotation marks around prep.
Basically, we realized ahead of time that Inception gets complicated, so maybe we should write out what happens ahead of time.
Wait.
So we're not sitting here talking to each other going, wait, what?
Wait, what though?
Alright.
I feel called out.
I was calling myself out too. Alright, so the movie opens, and again, spoiler alert, what we learn is limbo. And in the notes here, someone who will remain Alex, wrote, how low can you go?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Leonardo DiCaprio, who plays Dom, wakes up on a shore, gets dragged into a room to talk with an old man. They have a cryptic conversation.
Hey, I'm Dom, and you might wonder how I got here.
Pretty much. And
record scratch.
I didn't write down any of the quotes from that conversation because it repeats throughout the whole movie, and I was like, I'll remember that. I don't.
An old man filled with regret.
Yep. So let's go be young together. Yeah.
So it opens on that. We then go immediately into what we learn is most of the movie is a flashback, and into their first dream heist. So we learn how it sort of is inside the dream. We're in Saito's dream. Dom and Arthur being my one true love.
JGL. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Well, it's not even necessarily that I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You do.
Except in the fact that he plays Arthur, and it's Arthur who I'm madly in love with.
Is it because of his natty vests?
It is.
Now, JGL he can rock a vest.
He wears nice clothes, he can shoot a gun, and he's very well prepared.
Another thing about this movie is that everyone dresses very sharp.
Oh yeah,
isn't there a thing about that actually? I thought there was like one of those, YouTube 15-minute, 20-minute long videos about, let's talk about the clothing of Inception.
Sure, let's find it.
I'm certain I've seen it. Like, I'm positive.
You can do the Google search to try to find that video for the show notes.
Okay.
You'll see.
Y'all see.
So they try to heist information from Saito's mind. Saito figures it out with the help of Mal, who we learn is the projection of Dom's ex-wife.
Dead wife.
Dead wife. And, so she tells Saito, hey, they're stealing from your brain. They wake up, they're in, nice cozy little love nest.
Hey,
and they learn that is also a dream. So it was a dream within a dream, and Saito goes, oh, hey.
I'm impressed.
Good job. I will hire you for this job. Which leads us to the offer, wherein Saito wants them to perform Inception on a business rival, basically.
But what's Inception, Pippin?
Inception is they go in and they steal information.
No,
that's the setup. That is the set. Let me finish my sentence.
Okay.
The crew
I was talking about the noun, not the name of the movie.
Typically, they go in and they extract information from someone's mind. Inception is putting information or an idea in someone's mind.
Bum.
And it's thought to be impossible because we always know where an idea came from. The example used is if I tell you, don't think about elephants. What do you think of?
Elephants. Hey.
But I'm the one who told you where it came from.
And and there's a line here, true inspiration and can't be faked. And this ties back to storytelling.
Although I will, I will briefly say here that this is a very neurotypical idea of how a mind works. But go on. Go on.
Oh yeah.
Also, for you, for creatives out there, inspiration can be faked. You just have to try hard enough and keep on writing down own ideas until something sticks.
the throw spaghetti against wall approach.
Indeed.
But anyway, but for the existence in this movie, the reality as it is that doing
the
this...
fake dream reality of the movie. Go on.
But doing this is really freaking hard. And we get that ominous line, I think, from Cobb saying, like, I've done it before. I think he said that early on in the movie, even. Mm-hmm. It's possible. I've done it.
And Arthur looks worried.
Arthur always looks worried. He's a professional worrier, which you need one on your heist team.
That is his job.
Yes.
Even though he fucked it up really early on.
Fuck off. He was trying. I have in my notes, Arthur is here to provide good sense. Too bad no one listens. I don't even know what point I wrote that in to comment on. Anyway, but if they do this job, Saito will arrange for Cobb to be able to go back to America and see his kids, because he's wanted for murder in America.
Of his wife.
Of his wife.
Spoilers.
Who he did not kill, but we're for certain he did. And Cobb goes like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. And Arthur's all like,
Wait, what?
Damn my loyalty. But yes, so we then get into getting the team together.
Yeah! You son of a bitch!
I'm in. Cat?
What? I hate... Cat isn't even in the goddamn notes.
Yeah.
I wrote that in, Cat.
What?
I wrote that in.
Nice! Alex, high five. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Listening audience, I put together this nice little cheat sheet for everybody, and then some people went in and made fun of me.
I like that Alex and I managed to do it without me actually even being in the fucking document. I haven't seen it since you wrote it. Like, I have no idea what you were putting it. I just knew.
You haven't even been in the document, because that's how on top of things you are.
Hell
so anyway,
yeah.
We start with getting a new architect for the dream, the person who actually creates the dreamscape.
It's girl number 2 in this movie.
All 2 girls.
Yep.
We can talk about that later. She's an architecture student. Her name's Ariadne.
References.
What?
Who helped Theseus get out of the maze?
Mm-hmm. It's a maze,
awesome.
get it? Yeah.
Gave him a string, I believe.
Yeah, it was like a magic ball of yarn or something.
And she gets a crash course in how to create dreams and how it works.
And thus the audience gets a crash course in how dreams work. Because there's a lot of metaphysics to cover.
There's so much like, if you look at it, there's a shitload of exposition. There's exposition in like the first 5 minutes while they're talking to Sato. There's exposition when they're talking to Ariadne. There's like so much, but it really, which most people are like, or most people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about are like, oh no, so much is tell, don't show, don't tell, what? Except the way to break that rule and do it well is if you are telling the audience something they want to know. So if shit's going on around them and the audience is like, what the fuck is happening? And a character pops up, it's like, you wanna know what the fuck's happening? I got the lowdown. Then the audience will be like, go on.
Also, it's a standard device used in heist movies, which is, again, this is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So I'm not gonna go into the exposition of how the dreams work, because
we don't
watch
have
the
all
fucking
night.
Yeah. But at first she's all like, I want nothing to do with your life of crime. And then like 5 minutes later she's like, okay, but maybe.
But dreamscapes are so freaking cool, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's here.
It turns out that she's like a wunderkind when it comes to like instantly understanding how great, not only how great being able to design shit in dreams is. She can manipulate things really well, but also I think exemplifying the sort of asshole, invasive personality you have to be like, you know, it's a great idea? Jumping into people's brains and looking at their dreams. Yeah. It's just like, hey, you know what's really great? I want to find out all of my boss's deepest, darkest secrets.
To be fair, she was not wrong.
No, she wasn't.
Because if you're going to be sharing dreams with people, you might want to know what's in there.
And it's something that Arthur should have done ages ago.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, Arthur in Fake is great because it tries to explain why he hasn't. Mostly being that he was in fact good friends with Mal as well, and it just, the whole thing's tied up with her and loyalty. Anyway, I really love Inception fic. Anyway.
Ha ha.
So they get Ariadne. Now they need a forger. So Cobb goes off to Mombasa to get Eames. I would like to point out that Arthur knew right where Eames was.
Listen, fanfic girl, we know where he is too. He's busy getting fucked by Venom.
Fucking wow.
But
that's a different fic.
And in Mombasa, they also pick up Yusuf, the chemist.
Yep. Convenient.
Who has a special, like, magic new drug that does exactly what they need them to do.
Yeah. Convenient. Yeah. Hey, it moves the story along. Isn't that great? It's not a dream.
Yes, it is.
It's not a dream.
It's not a dream.
Not a dream.
Not a dream.
It's not a dream.
I can fly.
Movies.
It's not a dream.
So,
at one point in the Mombasa sequence, there's a chase sequence that Dom gets to experience in which one of the goons, gets a hold of Dom briefly. It's like, you're not dreaming now, are you? He actually says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
And
the weirdly narrowing, alleys.
Yeah, and totally not acting in the same way as subconscious would act as they've established conscious acts within the dream. Totally not.
Totally.
Nah.
Well, also, but it is also a helpful reminder that the dreams are within dreams, that we are, in fact, watching a dream. We are dreaming ourselves. The fact that Cobb, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is continually spinning his token, his dead wife's token, to check over and over again whether something is a dream. Except it is possible, I contend, that if he expects or hopes that the token will keep spinning or like stop spinning, that in and of itself is becomes the normal or abnormal thing. If that makes sense.
Well, what it is explicitly stated, because I wrote it down, that totems keep you from being trapped in someone else's dream. Because they don't know how the totem's supposed to react. It does not, I infer, keep you from realizing you're trapped in your own dream.
So why does he keep spinning the fucking top?
Because he might be stuck in someone else's dream. It's always good to check.
Alright, that's fair.
Yeah.
And also it shows how he's still questioning his reality. Because you're right, it is weird that these people are chasing him in these cities. And, his world seems to act a lot like the dreams that he engages in.
He can never, he can't go back to his home turf, where he would presumably know what things feel like, smell like, feel like, look like. He can't hold his own children. He is persistently in a changing dreamscape of the world.
So we get the team together, and we start planning the heist.
And we should probably actually start talking about the mark.
Yeah, because we're
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy being very pretty in that strange way of his.
Indeed.
The Fisher King.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, to those of you who know Arthurian legend, one of the stories in there is that of the Fisher King, or the Wounded King. There are various versions, but this one seems to be going off the one of the father and the son.
Yep.
And the only way to heal this king is to ask him a specific question.
Do you remember the question?
Percival does.
I thought the world ends when the question was asked.
Or was it, little stupid golden boy?
It was Percival, and, the Galahad and Boars were with him.
Okay.
What? Did I look up the Fisher King before this? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. So the CEO of, a rival corporation to Saito, their name is Fisher, and we're saying it's an allusion to the Fisher King. The idea that they're trying to incept is to have, Cillian Murphy's character, the son of this rich, powerful CEO, dissolve his father's company upon such a time as the father dies, who is critically ill at the time, so it can happen.
And in fact, spoiler alert.
Does.
So they need to figure out how do they put Ken's idea in his head, and
Eames goes and scopes it out.
There's some light stalking.
What?
Eames doesn't fuck up.
Oh, you're right. Eames doesn't. My bad. Who does, Pippin?
Listen, it would not have mattered so much if Dom hadn't betrayed everyone.
Okay.
I mean, a train rolling in the middle of the city.
That's true.
In the list of fucking backups, Dom takes up the first 5 slots.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what Eames finds out is that the relationship between the father and son is tense, and the father is going to kick it soon, so they need to do the job soon.
Yeah.
And they need to figure out, like, a nice positive emotion to put in it.
And
Catharsis.
Eames basically says, like, with that strong and negative reaction, if we can go deep into the subconscious and plant some catharsis storytelling, we can get that idea to really take hold.
And he can create the idea himself.
Which is the Inception. Hey.
And during all this thing, Arthur and Eames flirt. You can't tell me otherwise.
I'm telling you otherwise.
Arthur and Ariadne kissed, I'm just saying.
They do.
Okay, yeah, but did you believe that kiss?
I mean,
she gave a little smile. To be fair, I mean, I know the actress is totally, like, whatever, but,
I mean,
Ellen Page is gay, and so is Ariadne. You cannot tell me otherwise.
I mean,
I can tell you. It's my dream, too.
I mean,
ooh.
I mean, really.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, really, if you're going to go by flirting, Saito and Cobb are flirting pretty heavily.
Yeah, they want to be young men together again.
Hell yeah, they do.
I mean,
yeah, sure.
I'm asking you to take a leap of faith. The same lines that him and his wife share.
Whoa.
That's very true.
That line is laced with intimacy.
See, now I'm picturing, just to skip to the end there, I'm just picturing Saito and Cobb laying on a train track together.
Hell yeah. That's some imagery. A train oncoming. Is there a tunnel somewhere?
Wow. So, I meant to look up just train symbolism. Because, like, I think in America, trains symbolize freedom, but in
the American dream.
Europe, yeah, because we keep going, because they took us into the West with open freedom. But in Europe, they tend to represent death.
Road of Iron, Road to Hell. Thank you.
Because they were a symbol of industrialization, and, like, for Europe, and especially Britain, to industrialize, they had to do a chopping up of a whole lot of landscape and making London go from pretty dirty and foul to very fucking dirty and foul.
And also some terrible things in, say, World War II.
That too.
That's why everyone.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So, anyway, trains.
Oh god, was his train a freight train?
Trains.
So anyway, and then at this point we get more, Maul backstory exposition. In the notes here, I have that whole Maul thing.
Yep.
Being that basically she and Cobb went too deep into the dream, lost track of reality, and when they came back up, she still lost track of reality.
And was convinced to the point where they just had to kill themselves to wake up again, which is a mechanic that's in the dreams here, and man, it's a little bit awkward.
Typically, when you die in a dream, you wake up.
Yep.
And so she was like, if we kill ourselves here, we will wake up and go back to our children, which is what we want, Dom. Come on. And she would not listen to, no, we're already awake. Thus showing the importance of having the totems, because you lose track of reality. Anyway, basically she orchestrated her suicide to make it look like Dom killed her, so that he would join her, and they could be together. He can now have no choice. And they can be together like he promised.
Yup.
I have in my notes somewhere, Maul is crazy hot.
She is.
She really is. Anyway, so there's...
And I would like to return to my earlier point of gaslighting. Woo.
Oh yeah. This whole movie is Dom's fault in just so many ways.
Indeed.
So we then move on to the job, because Fisher Sr. dies. The job consists of 3 levels of dreams. The first level being, they stage a kidnapping. Dom is bringing his, crazy issues into the dream. There's a freight train in the middle of a city.
We learn that, young Fisher happened to have training in dream protection that Arthur, JGL, didn't catch.
Yeah, Arthur.
It didn't show up in any of the research. And by the way, Dom had Yusuf make a weird formula so that if they die in the dream, they just, go to limbo and don't wake up ever again. So really...
And limbo gets explained at this point as being the lowest level of dreamscape, in which time goes exceptionally slow, but you're in a land of infinite possibilities. So it's kind of rad as hell as well.
Yeah.
But it's implied that either you never escape or it's extremely difficult to escape.
Well, and also there is the idea that, if you are a god with the inability to change, or rather with so much ability to change that it then becomes meaningless to change, what does that do to you? And we've seen that particular concept explored in a lot of different places. The Q in Star Trek, for instance. Vampires, popular concept, when they aren't being sparkly. So, this is just another iteration of that idea.
But yeah, so trying to be faster about this, there are 3 levels of dreams. Betrayals upon betrayals. The second level is a hotel, where they get Fisher on their side by pretending that they're his dream security.
And they wear really awesome suits. Just gotta reiterate.
They really do.
Oh, yeah.
Arthur kicks ass in a gravity-less hallway while wearing a waistcoat, and that's just everything I ever wanted.
Indeed. Yeah, it's I wish I could kick that much butt while wearing a waistcoat. Just saying.
I mean, hot people with guns is...
I've never tried.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I support you.
Hot people with guns is my base level aesthetic.
And at this point, in the hotel level, Fisher gets convinced that his father's doctor or confidant or whatever happened to be the one that betrayed him. They lied.
No, isn't it his godfather?
Or
Uncle Peter?
Yeah. Uncle Peter.
Yeah.
Godfather and Fisher's, business partner.
Close confidant. And that's, again, part of the Inception going on is to basically turn the son from against the father to against the one good person or one good connection in his life.
Even Ariana is all are we destroying the one good relationship he has for the further who's dead?
And is a dick in real life.
Yep.
And he was all listen, we are letting him accept his father while revealing what a douche his godparent is. We are doing him a favor. And I'm like, Eames, you're an asshole, and I don't believe you.
I think Eames is just, he's relishing it.
Oh, yeah.
So at this point,
Saito got shot somewhere.
Oh, yeah, in level 1.
That's where they find out, if you die in the dream, you die in real life. I mean, well, not real life.
You go to limbo and become catatonic or something. Yeah, so they then go 1 level deeper to dream level 3. Blah, blah, blah.
Which is a northern ice compound thing, or maybe a hospital. I lost track.
Yeah, something. And that is where the vault is that's gonna plant the Inception. Rather, Fisher's gonna plant his own Inception in there. Whoa!
Woo!
What?
And at this point, it's the action climax. There's guys with guns and snowmobiles. It's awesome. We, have to discover a shortcut through the maze, because they've run out of time, because it's a movie, of course. And so they have to share the shortcut, which then tells Cobb the shortcut, which then in turn tells Maul the shortcut. So Maul kills the target. Oops. So he's down in limbo. And
Eames is perfectly ready to just cut and run, because what the fuck does he care?
Yeah, he has got no horse in this race, but he'd love to see the ending.
Yeah, I mean, legit. We've all been there.
Yep.
Basically, I feel like we're all Eames in this. Along for the ride, but willing to cut out if we have to.
Yep. And so, yeah, they're about to, just cut their losses and bail, but then, Ariadne is wait, no, we can do clever, dream foo here to go into limbo and get back out, and then they'll all wake up together. It'll be great. And so that is exactly what they do. They go into limbo, and at this point we learn the big reveal of what Cobb actually did, how he did Inception before. And it turns out the person he incepted was his wife.
Whoops.
And in his defense, it was an accident because he didn't realize
what he did. Yeah.
What he did and how far it would progress. Because he was just trying to get her to accept limbo wasn't real.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize that when he planted that idea in her head, it would go back into the real world.
Where all reality isn't real. Oops.
And he basically lets her go. Because he's like, you're not real. You're just a shade of what she was. And
Which
I
is
do
dick move. Come on, man.
Well, here's the thing. I do appreciate the line when he's talking to a person he admits at this point is just a projection of his subconscious. It's like, I can't imagine you with all of your complexity.
Yeah, that's a great line. I love that one.
I was like,
that's true.
Like, it's just like, the idea of his wife.
Yeah. And at this point, Dom is like, Ariadne, you go take Fisher back out. I gotta go find our boss because otherwise I'm screwed.
Well, at that point, I'm not even sure it was so much, if I don't get Saito out of here, I can't, when we land in America, because this whole thing involves flying to America, anyway, I will be arrested. I think part of it was all like, and also, no one deserves to be stuck down here. Yeah. Since we're here.
Since we're here already, I might as well.
I'm learning how to be a good person again.
I'm doing baby steps, damn it.
And so we full circle. Oh, everyone else wakes up.
Well, we do get the pivotal moment of, the Inception itself happening, in which, Cillian Murphy, young Mr. Fisher, goes into the vault, sees his father, dying there, saying his last words, disappointed. Which is a real dick thing to say.
Right?
But, because this is where the Inception takes place, old Eames there basically changed it so that the fake father here can explain, like, disappointed that you tried to be me. And then Cillian Murphy plants the idea in his own head where he finds, like, the little vault there with the last will that they had lied to him earlier saying it's a will to dissolve the company. But then they find underneath there a little pinwheel he made as a kid. And it's like, oh, his dad always loved him. He was just an asshole. And he was crying.
He does cry pretty.
He does.
He does.
Yeah, Murphy.
True. And then we go full circle to Limbo that we saw in the beginning. And we find out that the old person that Dom had been dragged in to see to have the weird talk with is in fact an older Saito who has been stuck in Limbo for ages. Because time is meaningless.
Yep.
And then everybody wakes up. Saito makes a call. Dom goes home. He sees his kids. And throughout the movie, he has seen visions of the last time he saw them when they were running away. And he has flat out refused to even imagine in his dreams, having them turn around to see him. Because the next time he sees them, sees their faces, he wants it to be reality.
Aww.
So, and when he gets home, he starts spinning the top and then looks up, as his father-in-law calls his children names and he sees them again. And he goes to them and he doesn't look to see what the top does. And the camera closes in on the top still spinning. And we cut out just as it starts to wobble.
Yep.
But we don't see if it falls.
The tiger or the lady, ladies and gentlemen. The tiger or the lady.
It really is up to you. What do you think happened?
Yeah, secretly, it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't.
Because it's all made up.
They're fictional characters. It's okay.
And we can tell because the population of this movie is like 75-80% men, and that's not accurate, is it?
So let's talk about changes.
My dreams.
Me.
Yeah, okay.
Catherine.
Hello. Listen, I was going to start out this by talking about what I would steal. I like a lot of this. And largely I want to steal exposition and I want to steal heists. Those are both cool.
Yeah.
However, two women in this movie.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They're both great until you look a little deeper. We must go a little deeper, darling. Where you realize that, oh yeah, she's a fucking wonderkind or whatever, Ariadne. But her, so great genius is entirely subverted by solving the mystery of Cobb and what's going on with him. She does not exist in and of herself.
She exists as a hero.
Do we know shit about her?
Do we know shit about any of them?
Yeah, it's all Cobb. Now,
they're all projections.
Yeah, you could make the argument that they're all projections, but you know what? Fuck that. That's right up there with the Cold Equations short story. It was you gotta kill off the girl. That's what makes the story work. It's no, it means that you've written a shitty universe.
True.
Fuck that. They're just all projections? Well, fine. She could be a projection who, likes coffee and will have a moment with her coffee. It's not all about fucking you. And it's the same with the wife. It is. With Mal. It's all in service to Cobb. Every part of it. The children are faceless. Cause they're not people in and of themselves either. It's all bullshit.
I totally get you. Though that is another argument for it's all a dream because none of them have any sort of story.
It's almost as if the point.
Okay. And yet, here's the problem.
Uh-huh.
It might be the point, but it still exists within our world. Art is not an island. What appears in art has real life consequences. So in real life, this movie had 2 fucking girls in it.
Yep.
Oh, totally.
So, I mean, like, yeah, I totally understand, art, but that's the same argument for, like, why the girl had to die in Cold Equations. Like, oh, it's the art. Well, no, you know what? That means that your art's shit. There it is. I mean, so what do I do to fix it? I mean, at the very least, can we 50-50 this? I mean...
Make Cobb a girl.
Fuck yeah, make Cobb a girl. That'd be hot. Sorry, moment.
Right?
Okay, yep, alright. Anyway, make Cobb a girl, make Sato a girl, make
them all girls.
Make them all girls, fuck it. Just, I mean, for Christ's sake, at least 50-50 this shit.
Yeah.
Minimum bar. There you go, thank you. That's my change.
I mean, I was going to say something similar.
But
then I stole it.
But Kat,
and I was angrier, so I win.
But Kat.
Here's the thing, I let you.
Oh,
because
you
we
did.
all paused.
But Kat.
Oh, you did.
But Kat, will any of them ever talk about anything other than Cobb?
Nah.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing though, if they're all stuck talking about Cobb and no one else, honestly though, Cobb should have been a girl.
Yeah.
You're right.
Which is why I say make Cobb the girl.
Fuck it, you're right.
Yeah, because then it can still keep the thing where everybody's just in service of Cobb. Because what if they're just projections?
Yep.
But then it's less weird.
Agreed. Plus, the only downside to that is that then we're killing our gays.
Well, no.
Unless you make his wife a dude.
We could do that. Basically just have Marion Cotillard play Dom and have Leonardo DiCaprio play Mal.
Perfect.
I would watch the shit out of that.
I would watch
Malcolm.
so much of it.
Malcolm.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
I guess my one hesitation is just making sure we dance the dance correctly such that we don't fall into the, like, emotional work is for the women's stupid tropes.
Yeah. You know what, guys? The patriarchy is so hard.
Indeed.
That's good.
Well, oh my god, did you just? Did you fucking wow. Pippin, did you hear that?
I didn't.
I said the patriarchy is so hard, and Brendan said, that's what she said.
Put it on a sticker. Put it on a shirt. Put it on a mug.
No! Maybe a mug. I'll put it on a mug. Wait for that in our merch.
I'm not proud.
But yeah,
I'm not proud of that.
but yeah, my change was literally going to be like, just make Cobb a girl, and I was going to just sort of leave it at that.
So let the record show, Kat once again stole Pippin's idea. Yup.
What? But you know what? I did it with style.
Yeah, okay.
Just like Eames. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would
yours
just
is
make
good.
Cobb girl.
Yeah, no.
That's
like,
all I would do.
Here's the thing. I think you and I are similar and they're related, but they are not exact. I want to improve the ratios there in order to address fucking bullshit patriarchy. And you have come up with a different solution to the same problem.
Yeah, I might make either Saito or Yusuf a girl as well.
And that's fine. Like, you know what? Let's say that both of those are good.
Yeah.
Both are good.
Whatever happens with Arthur and Eames, I want to still be queer.
Oh, like legit. Let's not ruin the one good thing.
Yeah, I would also queer it up some more. But I also, if we go with It Was All a Dream and They're All Projections thing, I'm not sure Cobb would realize what was going on. So it can't really be more than that.
Wait. Could we pull off the just have JG walk off set and come back with this? Oh, I know. Who was the one in Moulin Rouge?
Oh, wait,
Ewan
no, I'm
McGregor?
sorry, I was thinking of Mulan.
Yes,
Different.
with Mulan.
You know, Mulan, that situation. We all know that one,
That's
right?
a pleasant situation.
You're right. And also I got the wrong musical. Well, I meant Chicago.
A boy like that who killed... No, wait, that's a different musical entirely.
That's
Emma
West Side
Stone
Story.
walks
Wait,
back with Emma Stone.
Arthur walks out as JGL walks back, and as Emma Stone. There you go. And when Cobb noticed.
I mean, I'm not sure Cobb's really noticing a lot.
Cobb's kind of a train wreck in this movie.
Hey!
What?
So.
Yeah, so when do the boys go?
I want to go last.
All right. Okay.
He's got a trick up
Power
his
move.
fucking sleeve.
All right. Okay. I'll go. Gonna change the Fisher King to the the Green Knight gonna have it be a beheading game.
Oh,
define
okay.
for
Elaborate.
those of us who are totally not me, who might not be familiar with that.
So
People not you.
Yeah. I mean, I am just looking out for the audience.
the basic story of Gawain and the Green Knight. Like King Arthur's having a party, it's all fun. Then the Green Knight rolls up and goes, "Hey, fuck y'all. Oh, one of you guys come here and chop my head off." And
Everyone's like, all right.
and Gwen's like, I'll do that. Like, all right, here's the rules of the game. You cut off my head, and then I cut off your head. And them's the rules.
And, like, not immediately seeing that, didn't we learn about this in Guys and Dolls, everybody?
So Gawain,
Future podcast episode.
Gawain, the idiot, takes him up on that bet, chops the guy's head off. And like, well, that was easy. And then the Green Knight picks his head up, puts it back on, like, cool. See me in a year.
Where I'm totally gonna chop your head off, I'm certain you can do this exact same trick. Right?
Like that.
Fuck off.
Those were the rules.
And then he moonwalks out of the room.
Gawain's like, fuck.
And Arthur's like, them's the rules.
Arthur's like laughing in the corner, like,
A deal's a deal, dude.
Like, look. You're my favorite nephew.
But I have other nephews.
But, you're gonna be a wimp about this? I'm just wondering.
So, Gawain, fucks off to some other region, to, I don't know, get something, figure out how to get his head chopped off and not die from it.
The deep questions of our world.
Something, get head.
Nicely done, Pippin. Nicely done.
Thank you.
And he finds himself in the care of, I forget the name of the knight.
Make one up.
Some old
No, it's Burlack. It's Burlack or something like that.
Burlack.
Because there's a pun in there.
Burt Baccarat?
No.
Yes.
No, it's a French name, and if you do it backwards and inside out or whatever, it's like, it means forest, which means green, etc.
Oh, Mr.
What? Anyway, go on.
Pip was trying to do that one on Superman and villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, and there, he's like, okay, I'll take care of you. Here's the deal. Like, at the end of each day, I'll give you what I got, and you give me what you got.
I mean, this should also be fucking suspicious. Like, how many weird deals that are open-ended and or seem too good to be true are you gonna go through in life without wondering if there's the same guy doing it to you?
Yep.
But go on.
And so, during the course of his stay, Gawain receives a kiss from Burlack's wife. And,
yeah, he does.
And so, when Burlack comes back, he's like, hey, I got you a fish. And like, Gawain's like, cool, here's a kiss. And queer.
Something getting head?
Yeah. And so it goes on.
And the shenanigans continue.
And until Gawain has to go to his meeting with the Green Knight. And at the end, Gawain's like, has to go, sorry, I can't get my head cut off. And also, I slept with your wife and didn't sleep with you.
Whoa!
I'm just saying, though, that he could have really solved a lot of problems there.
Yeah, it could have.
He could have.
Yeah, could have done the head thing, could have done the... no, anyway. And at the end, like the Green's like, and you have learned your lesson, you have learned humility, and you shall wear a green sash as a remembrance of your cowardice, and the other knights will wear it in solidarity, or something like that. I forget the details.
So wait, why is this the Fisher King?
No, why are you
trying to listen to Inception?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that's what I meant. See, look at me. I'm on top of it.
Because we keep on getting deals that are too good to be true.
Speak more on this, Sirrah.
Oh, fuck, you're actually gonna call me out on this.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. So, at the start of the movie, you know what? The story begins with these two men with whom are like undertone. It's going, let's kill each other to go back to reality. So we also got kind of a work with the beheading game. And stuff and other things.
Okay.
Wow.
So your change is basically to just throw in another Arthurian story, and then
suss out the details later.
And make it queer.
And you'll have maybe another week or two to try and make it work. I could make it work. Listen. Listen, there is a lot of suicide ideation in this story. There's a lot of suicide ideation and the Gawain and the Green Knight.
And you could also say that there is, for instance, the doubling, the mirroring. There's, which we see Ariadne do.
Yep.
There's,
and Eames does.
Yep. Oh, that's right.
And there's making, there's making promises
that you can't keep.
Yep.
So, okay. Instead of the name Fisher, we have the name Gawain. In the first level, they make the deal, reciprocity thing. Second level, there is the, back and forth, promises. Third level is when he backs down and learns humility. So it's just tying in, that legend with the heist so that there is still a lesson learned. You can still make it work.
Yeah. You can make it work.
Yeah, and maybe you throw it in handy somewhere here and there.
So really, you're just fixing the queer problem that we always did, but just trying to make it fancy.
Why are you guys going so blue tonight?
Because it's 9:45.
Because we watched the movie. And we know what's missing here.
I would like to point out that for once I did not go blue on mine. Mine was righteous gender anger.
Listen, at some point, my coworkers are going to listen to this, and I'm going to be mightily embarrassed. And then so I should just make sure that this is here forever in posterity of me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. No, that follows. Anyway. That you, Al?
That's me. Also, Arthur's still there. Or because, hey, he's also called Arthur.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, Bren, you had a dream.
A dream of going last. Was that everybody? Oh, wow.
Wait, Pip, when did you go?
I sort of piggybacked on Cats.
She went right after me.
Wait, how did we even get here?
Quick!
Do you remember?
Who has the totems? Wait, what?
Okay. Phew, I never roll a 20. Okay. So, one thing I was kind of touched on in the movie, I'm going to do the cop-out of just stealing an element from this story and running with it.
Even better.
So, what I'm taking is the quick reference they made during one of the exposition scenes in which they talk about how the dreaming technology was developed for, military applications originally.
Yeah.
And what I'm wanting
so
here...
many things have.
And what I'm wanting here is a prequel story of the first Dreamers. Because that's the thing with this story. Because it's a heist film, everybody is hyper competent. Things go wrong, but they adjust, they improvise, it's slick, they wear slick suits. We're talking about, not even the military level, we're talking, the college students and all that. Maybe Mal and Cobb are there, and they do some stupid stuff with going into limbo, the idiots. But just imagine lab bench hacking of dreams way back in the beginnings of this dream technology. And then we could have government interest take over and all that. And so there's a little bit of a fight the power thing happening here. And that's how these various underground elements now get their hands on this technology, because they're wait, we can't just have the military have access to this amazing technology. The world needs this.
I'm pleased to let you know that fanfic does exist.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course. But yeah, so...
That's how Arthur and Eames met in the military during the dream experiment.
Of course.
You should send me that story for research purposes.
I'll try to find one of them. It's a common theme.
Because I'm just picturing, Michael Caine is, the original, college professor that was, founding all this stuff. And, of course, his son is, one of the idiots involved because, yeah, Cobb's an idiot.
Well, son-in-law.
Son-in-law, yeah.
But also, what's his head? You just said his name, the actor's name.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, classic heist actor.
Oh, yeah.
True.
But yeah, so I just want to have kind of that, not grungy, just tech punk.
Oh, yeah.
We are, like, hacking each other's dreams, and ain't that cool.
Nothing will ever go wrong.
Just imagine the steps in the story where we're, like, discovering all the various rules. Like, maybe that's how they discover, like, if you take too much sedative and die in the dream, you go into limbo, because that's what happened to Mal and Cobb.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, imagine the first time that, like, their projections turn against somebody.
It's like, shit,
and they're both running away, they're both running away, and then they both end up in a dead end, and they both put up their arms, and they're both like, goodbye! And then the other one gets, like, fucking shot, and then everybody just leaves.
Yep.
And the guy's like, oh.
And then you can have that little comedic beat the next day. It's like, so guys, it turns out that your own projections don't kill you. And the other person who died is like, it hurts like hell. It hurts.
And then it just claps him on the shoulder and says, science.
Also, at some point, the military, takes all their research, and all they're left with is like one dream machine left, and like it's gone now. We don't even know where it is. How are we going to find that out? That's easy. We steal it. And
suddenly the Leverage crew comes in and...
Leverage does have an Inception episode.
Of course. I mean, heck, that could be like the final act of the movie, like, as we kind of get into the action-adventure climax. We have the first dream technology, and then we end it with the first heist, which is a really crappy heist because they're not good at it yet. And so it's more like a smash and grab with lots of guns and explosions and all that. Very messy. It's why the military knows about Cobb still. But it was very fascinating. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's ripe for some extra story content.
I mean, that just goes to show that even those tiny little throwaway lines can create a larger story and sort of flesh out what really is, at the end of the day, it's sort of a very bare bones, it's high concept, but not a lot really happens.
It's a piece of filet mignon.
I mean, what happens really is some people take a 10-hour nap.
Power nap.
But yeah, no, just the throwaway line of like, oh yeah, it was developed for the military. And just leave it at that, and you can create whole other backstories.
They incepted it into your brain.
Yeah.
What?
Military applications?
What?
Alright, so, games.
Oh yeah.
Can I actually... Okay, I realize this isn't our deal. Well, wait, no. I was about to suggest a token game, but that's not... You know what we should do? We should do the new game. The therapy game.
I have in the notes still is something about therapy, and we didn't come up with a clever title.
No, we did come up with a clever title. You kept not hearing it.
What was it?
It was Tell Me... Alex, you came up with it. It was Tell Me About Your Mother.
Oh, yeah.
Which is hilarious, considering that this is also parent issues. So, in the game of Tell Me About Your Mother, we discuss how the story would change if all of the characters had gotten some fucking therapy.
Cobb!
I mean, the heist would fall on its fucking face.
Like, Fisher. No,
Yep.
I had some resentment towards my father, but also I'm fucking rich.
Yeah.
So, fuck you.
Yeah, like, I don't have anything unresolved that my mind can then fix. I've already gone through this with Cheryl.
Oh god, so like, as they're doing the Mr. Charles bit, Cheryl, the therapist, comes in and is like, Mr. Fisher, we've already been over this.
Can we talk about your black and white words? Okay, my dad didn't always hate me. She's like, no, that's right. Good job.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Would you like a chocolate? And, and then they talk about Cheryl's dog. I've decided Cheryl has a dog.
Of course.
It's a therapy dog.
Yeah.
And then the therapy, oh, Brendan, it's for you. Then a therapy dog shows up and just keeps like chilling out, and every dream level, the therapy dog is his totem, even though he has not been trained into this, because he's a good doggo.
Aww.
And because therapy dogs are used to center yourself and bring you back to reality.
It's a golden retriever, I've decided.
Aww.
It's what Mal needed to accept her new reality.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also, frankly, oh great, so she had an idea incepted into her head. Well, fucking fine. You know what's great for that?
Drugs.
Therapy. And drugs.
Well, in the story they did...
But no, like, nothing...
In the story, she did say that she got 3 separate therapists to say that she was super sane, Which
Listen, you can get therapists to say anything.
also, that didn't raise any red flags of getting three separate therapists to say to write down super sane.
Super sane.
Wait, Cobb should have taken her to couples counseling.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because clearly there's shit going on there. And also, you know, if she's not treating the kids well because they're not real to her, I mean, that's not
great. Super good, no.
It's not, no. And it's like, oh, I feel guilty, I've done this. Well, maybe you fucking did, but you know, it's also your responsibility to help her out then. Like, you got her in there, let's help her out. Therapy. Because, and again, this is where the world is, where this universe has been written by, potentially with a non-neurodivergent eye. You know, strangely, when people have intrusive thoughts about disassociating and not reality, we have ways to help that.
Yeah, that's a known neurological condition.
Yes, it is. That even people who are neurotypical can experience. Case in point, our entire summer.
Yep.
Right?
You know what they call totems these days? A fidget spinner.
Hell yeah. But also, like, if you've ever gotten a song stuck in your head, like, congratulations, you have an intrusive thought. But some people have intrusive thoughts that are very dangerous.
Yeah.
And we have ways to help them too. Therapy can be for everyone. Therapy and drugs. Hell yeah. Take your meds, everybody.
Take your meds, drink some water.
Ooh, yeah, drink
Call
some.
your person.
Right.
Hell yeah. Hey, Pip. How you doing?
Yes. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, bees. Hey.
Oh, thank you.
And you know who needs a therapist? Fucking Cobb.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, just on his own.
Oh, yeah. Forget everything else that's happened. Like, forget the fact that he's a dream. Yeah, fuck all that.
He's got PTSD.
Oh, I actually have that in my notes somewhere. It's like, is it not real, or do you just have PTSD?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Both is good. He also has sleep disorder.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when you don't get enough sleep, if you can't have proper sleep, you get fucked in the head.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, he doesn't dream anymore.
nope. Like, the only way he can dream is with a third-party device.
Ugh. Oh, wait, I have in my notes, is it a dream or is it PTSD?
I have nothing to shame about needing devices for sleeping.
Well, I meant more, you're right. CPAPs are great, and other various objects. I was making an allusion to, drinking himself to sleep.
Self-medication.
Yeah, he's self-medicating.
Yeah.
To get to this point.
I have a new headcanon.
Yes.
In the version of the story where they're not all projections. And again, I don't actually particularly care which version people choose to believe. Both realities can exist in my head because one, it's all fake, and two, I'm Catholic. I'm used to.
You got that.
I'm used to this.
Paradoxes, go on.
But I have a new headcanon where everywhere they go, Arthur slips the card for a local therapist somewhere on Dom's person.
Oh my god, amazing.
When Ariadne joins, she stops being subtle about it.
And that's the new totem.
Yes. Well, except it's the opposite of a totem, isn't it? Because it's literally someone else giving it to you.
Fair.
I decided when Ariadne joins, she just straight up goes, hey, I made you an appointment.
I love that.
Even though a good therapist will not let someone else make an appointment for you.
Well, there's circumstances. That being said, we've actually covered 3 people. There's 3 of us. Brendan, do you have a 4th?
Well, considering I led this bit with just shouting Cobb, but we can...
That's a very good fucking point. That's an excellent point, actually.
But let's briefly talk about the utter cold-heartedness of Saito here, who is doing this insane mission in the first place. I mean, I can get corporate espionage and all that, but like destroying somebody else there, that is like a level of sociopath which only a CEO could love.
He tries to explain it at one point. He's like, no, if they stay with one big company, they take over like half the world's power stuff. I'm trying to break up in a monopoly. I'm trying to be the good guy. And I'm just sitting here going like, you're another rich asshole.
Yeah.
Why should I trust you?
You say, I bought the airline casually.
It's neater that way.
It's also a great line. A lot of great lines in this movie.
I'm just imagining that Saito probably has a therapist. The therapist is probably extremely well paid and is just privately very frustrated at... all this.
Well, I mean, that gets right up to the, like, you know, a therapy relationship is a relationship. So if Saito's like, no, I'm totally sane. And the therapist is like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. And the therapist is like, well, fucking great. Okay. Like, there's nothing I can work with there. You have to be willing to be part of it, which is, gets back to Mal can get people to be like, no, I'm sane. So if you could just write that off. He's like, are you sure though? Because normally sane people don't do this. She's like, I'm absolutely sure. And they can have private doubts, but, like, you have to have a reciprocal relationship there. That's the way this works.
Though I want everyone to imagine Saito's therapy appointment right after Inception.
What if it's Cheryl again? What if that's how they've met each other? How about, do we know how they found each other? Cobb and Saito?
Cobalt Engineering hired Cobb to steal secrets from Saito.
Okay.
Or did they? Was it a setup?
By Cheryl.
By Cheryl, yes.
Cheryl's like, you know what? Both of these fuckers need more help than I can give. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna consolidate.
She worked with Arthur about it.
Yes! Amazing. I am in love with this new game, guys. It makes everything better.
I mean, we could do variants on this. We can, for older movies, or actually even just new movies, where's the cell phone game, you know?
Such a good question. Where is the cell phone?
For older movies, how does the cell phone fuck up the story?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's cell phone? We're set in the 80s.
Oh, no!
What?
Oh, what do you know? 0 bars.
It'd be funny if it was set in the 80s and it had a modern cell phone and we're just like, it just showed up. And it's like the character looking like 0 bars and then put it away and then we hear nothing else about it for the rest of the film.
I mean, that's the way to do it. Are we good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good, man.
Inception. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's also ways you can change it and steal it for your own.
Right. Before we go, does anyone have anything to plug?
Let's see. As you know, I still have stories out with Lightspeed and Daily Science Fiction. I don't know when my one from Apex is coming out, but I will be sure to tell everyone. And I am still working on that romance/erotica historical romance interactive fiction game from Heart's Choice coming out sometime next year. That's all I got.
I got some stuff coming up.
It should be pointed out for any people that I may know in real life or who may know me in a professional capacity that they should not interact or even consider the idea that I'm writing an interactive fiction erotic romance.
All the people that Kat works with should feel free to come talk to me about it.
I will murder you all in the street. Yep.
Okay. So, I have a number of, shows coming up this month. On Thursday, October 8th at 9 p.m. on the Arcade Comedy Theater's YouTube page, I've got, the show Lucky Draw, in which, my team Select Start is, the main guests. So we're going to be working with, the baby improvisers. It'll be great.
Oh, the babies.
And then on, Saturday, October 17th, we have our Halloween online show.
Halloween.
And if you're in the Pittsburgh area, on Monday, October 19th, we have an outdoor improv show. Masked up and social distance. It's going to be great.
Nice.
Wah, wah, wah. Amazing.
So
will that be shown anywhere, or is that for only the local luckies?
Only for the local luckies. The lucky locals.
Ooh, as one might say.
Yeah, and proceeds for that, I think we're probably going to have it go right back to the theater. So, yeah, good times.
Legit.
And
Nice.
it's all,
Amazing.
again, it's a pretty neat little venue. It's, all outdoors. All the tables are 6 feet apart, all that deal. So, and it's the local comedy scene. So everybody's actually like wearing masks all the time and being respectful. Who knew?
What?
Weird.
Sounds fake.
Good comedy is rooted in empathy? What?
Weird.
What? But, twins, hey, how you doing? What do you...
I exist.
I've got many ideas, nothing on submission. Yeah.
Yeah, the writing life.
Woo-woo. As always, if you have an idea or prompt to submit, head on over to nostorysacred.com/submission. Follow us on Twitter at nostorysacred, or send an email through contact@nostorysacred.com. Your hosts have been Alex McDonald, Brendan MacDonald, Pippin MacDonald, and Catherine Crichton. Editing for this episode done by Brendan. Transcript done by Ashley DaCosta. Art by Jay Wolf. Show notes and transcript are available at nostorysacred.com. Thanks for listening, everyone, and please rate, review, and subscribe to No Story Sacred. You can also visit our Patreon page to support the show and get neat rewards at patreon.com/nostorysacred. See you next time when we talk about a story idea by me with the working with the working title, The Orphaned Star, which is really better than like a really good fucking title. Thank you again, Kat.
Hell yeah.
Until then, we're No Story Sacred, and any story can be changed. I'm Alex.
I'm Kat.
I'm Brendan.
And I'm Pippin.
And we're
No Story Sacred.